cards. I said, I know exactly how you did that. He said, I know exactly how you found those 4 cards. And of course I was curious to know exactly what his theory was, so I said, well, how do you think I did that? And he said, well, before the show you pre-stacked those cards. You took the 4 kings and pre-positioned them. So the first king, for example, was down 10 cards. The second card was 20, the third king was 30th, and the fourth king was 40th in the deck. That way, no matter how much you cut and shuffle those cards, you always knew where the 4 kings were. I said, that's a very interesting theory. The only problem with that theory is that the 10th, 20th, 30th, and 40th position in the deck are exactly where I keep the 1, 2, 3, 4 aces. Your job is to keep track of those 4 cards. No matter what I do, you have to keep track of the 4. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm going a little bit too quickly, Karen, so I'll slow down a little bit and give the cards a shuffle and get you to just reach over and cut off about, let's see, cut off about a third of the deck. Just grab a third off the top. Okay, that looks pretty good to me. And that should be the first ace. Okay, so there's no ace over here and there's no ace over here. Now, we'll mix them up a little bit more, just so it doesn't look too easy, Karen, and get Corinne to reach over and cut off about a third of the deck. Okay. And let's see now. Well, that feels pretty good to me. That should be the second ace. Remember, if you'd cut here, you would have missed it. If you'd cut here, you would have missed it. So. And I know what you're saying to yourself, Karen. You're saying, if only you had Corinne's hands and my morals. There you go. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 sevens. Now, here's the way it would work. If I didn't have a partner to cut for me, I'd take the cards like this, get the 4 sevens on the bottom of the deck. Now, if the cards are cut, I'm in trouble because the cards are going to be buried in the middle of the deck. You can see the 4 sevens are going to be locked into the middle of the deck. No monkey business about that. Yet if I use the centre deal, I should be able to get those 4 cards out of the middle, and it looks something like this. As I deal the cards around the table, when I get to my hand, I just reach under and take a 7 straight from the middle. That's 2 sevens. Of course, this should give me 3 of a kind, and finally, you can see that's all 4 sevens coming from the middle of the deck. Thank you. But what people don't realise is that the centre deal is actually even better if you're working with a partner, because the partner can come to the game separately and you don't even have to talk to each other in the game. You can give him winning hands all night long, split the pot later on, there's no heat. So here's the way it works. If you have the 4 sevens on the bottom of the deck, the sevens are of course cut into the middle. Now Corinne, which hand gets the sevens? 1, 2, 3 or 4?
2.
The second player gets the 4 sevens on the deal. So I'm going to do the centre deal again for you. Once again, face up so that you can see the cards coming from the middle of the deck. So that's the first 7, that's a pair. We'll try it again, that's the second, 3 of a kind, sorry. And finally, that's all 4 sevens coming from the middle of the deck. And they call that a centre deal. Of course, actually, there's a third way you can work this scam, and that is if this guy isn't your partner, this guy's a sucker. And in that case, you would actually deal yourself 1, 2, 3, 4 aces. Thank you.